got great length, that southpaw style. A little bit unorthodox, and here we go as Collin John serves.
Coming out the gate firing right there to Ben's forehand. Look for Jaume to have a lot of fun in this match, regardless of how it goes. Jealous we're not in the front row to engage with him through the match. Yeah, lobs on Ben are tough. But Jaume and Augie last week in the final, taking a game off the Johns. The lob was really employed to keep them off balance. Wow, look at the hands on these players. Incredible point there. Jaume taking it to Collin, but Collin meeting his match. Classic Ben roll there. CJ's got to be ready with the forehand. But it's easy to say because Ben can hit 4 or 5 spots for that same ball. So, you know, as soon as he senses you overloading and kind of shading, he hits it the other way.
That one sent just a little bit long by Martinez Vich. Officials for this match: Diane Anderson, Onisha Smith, and Jim Price. Also on this crew.
CJ and Jaume getting here to the quarterfinals with a really good 2-game win over Jay DeVilliers and Patrick Smith, the OG pros that have repaired and have been making some good runs of their own. But 11-9, 11-9, and 2 is a really good win for this 18th pairing.
Yeah, that is really tough to do. DeVilliers and Smith, they've been through so many battles together. Ben Johns with the finisher there. And it's 4-1 in favor of the Johns here on Humana Championship Court. Really excited to see that pair, DeVilliers and Smith, get back together in 2024.
Handsome length that can also play pickleball. Pat and Jay just really a fun mainstay here on the tour.
It looks like Ben Johns not going to be messing around too much in this match.
Yeah, we saw him earlier today on Championship Court. He was kind of getting out of his slumber here. He's rearing to go. I mean, Ben and Collin know that, you know, they're students of the game. They obviously have a self-awareness of when they've dropped matches is exactly to these types of players across the net from them who are going to be crafty and really not playing the traditional playbook. You see Jaume, kind of that's his 4th attempted or shaded Ernie there. He's going to try to bring a lot of mental pressure to Collin on the right side.
And Klinger's got to get there a little quicker. He was hard charging. 5-1 lead here for the Johns.
CJ doing a better job of handling that roll from Ben, but Jaume can't get out of the way of that subsequent hands battle. CJ doing a great job of covering his left side. Always fun to see when Ben takes out the two-handed backhand. Sometimes it comes pretty early in matches that you wouldn't expect.
Jammed him just a little bit there, went long. And now second serve on the way. Trailing by 5, Klinger and Martinez Vich. Oh, too much Ben, it's in.
Ben, some of the best hands, not necessarily due to raw reaction time, but just having hit millions of balls and knowing where the next ball is going to come back. And obviously staying athletic, resetting to the middle. Okay, and that's spot number 2. So you've been going to CJ's kind of chicken, given he's a lefty, his left armpit. Now it's pestering his right shoulder. Just kind of, that's what you get at this level of pickleball. Good job from CJ there.
Keeping up that pressure. 7-1, the Johns lead. They've had control since the start. Now Collin put on the spot. Able to dig a couple, but not that one.
Love Jaume jump in the corner there. And just bring in the heat, but CJ able to fend it off. Another point for them. CJ, a recent Proton kind of paddle signing. Really has represented them well. Good 1-2 from Collin, and Ben getting into clean up. Collin doing such a good job of holding that speed up, not letting Jaume know where he's going to go. He ultimately has to guess, get something back on it, but not good enough.
Yeah, and that's not coming back from Ben Johns. So nice little run here for Klinger and Martinez Vich. Still 4 points down.
Great job by Collin. I mean, it's so tough to handle a drive cross court when you're unwinding the stack. It's really an athletic play to get into position and kind of meet that ball firmly.
Saw that opening right before his eyes.
Jaume telling Ben he was trying to do Ben's own shot that so many of the singles players have adopted, that kind of backhand roll back.
Is that a shot that is easy to put in your belt? Probably easier said than done.
For sure. Most of us have a problem backhand dinking just normally, never mind kind of curling it back at a sharp angle. So something that people look as kind of an accessory of a way to kind of create pressure from the left-hand side.
And there's Collin Johns, just the right time to go after CJ Klinger.
Good speed up there from Jaume. Something to note, CJ's kind of going for his serve here, trying to earn a shallow return. He's going deep with a lot of top spin. It's been fun for him to watch. Oh, good defense. ATP from Collin Johns there.
that's too much on that one from CJ Klinger.
In all caps, OUT there from Collin. So crucial.
The instincts, he called that as soon as it was struck.
And I'll tell you, Collin, one, probably said that because of the shot that was actually playing out in front of him, but two, I know he watches and keeps notes on all of their opponents. Probably thinks that CJ doesn't quite have the topspin necessary on a lot of those forehand speed ups.
CJ Klinger, though, he can be really tough to read. I mean, as that one is in off the paddle of Martinez Vich, and they are hanging around here in game one. You've watched Klinger continue to have MLP success.
He was him many times over for SoCal Hard Eights.
And now a part of the New York Hustlers, Jack Sock, Jackie Kawamoto, Leah Jansen on that squad.
Ooh, nice setup by CJ. Amazing little flick. Rolls that back to Ben's backhand and saw Ben's head is down, jumps the corner.
The young upstart, crowd recognizing him here in Houston.
Oh, good counter there from Collin. Jaume again, a little greedy going to the same spot again. Good little run there for them, though.
So now 9-6. Ben Johns will serve. It's not been easy for the Johns here in this game one. Another tag coming off the paddle of Collin, and now we're at game point.
Yeah, I can bet you $1 million Collin's rewatched their North Carolina match against Jaume and Augie. It's, you know, he knows Jaume is going to be a force in the quarters and the semis against him, and has kind of studied his every move.
Just long. Another well-played point on both sides, though. The Johns will have a second serve, another chance to finish this game one right now. There it is.
There we go. Second successful Ernie. Pop in the corner. Jaume. Oh, Jaume gets that from Collin. Changes up the spot, doesn't go down the line to his forehand, but way more into the body that time.
Second serve. 17-2.
Rare miss from the Ben flick, so 2-point deficit now.
Crowd appreciating the underdog here just a bit.
Good lead from Ben.
One thing you know too, rarely do the Johns call a timeout, right, in situations like this.
For sure, they sit in it. They don't really press the escape valve. They'll make you play through it, and then an unforced like that comes up. That's why they stick to the system.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you. It's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
CJ Klinger to serve.
Oh, CJ didn't even sense the ATP was coming. That was so clean from Ben.
Yeah, that point was almost not fair. CJ, though, he's got a good case of amnesia, and if you're a young player, that's what you got to have in this game.
He's locked in. Oh, Ben just ready. Forehand in the middle, so strong. But I like that CJ in game one was not afraid to go at Ben. Ben responded well with a lot of blocks and resets, but CJ's not afraid to make sure Ben's thinking and reacting to his shots. Good poke there from Ben. And just like that, it's a 3-0 lead.
Just when you think you found a kink in the armor of the Johns brothers, they come out shinier.
Great return
ever.
from CJ to set up that high third. Returns often overlooked part of the game, but as more folks go for their serve, you know, hitting a ball that's deep and to the right opponent is really, really important. Ben with a quick step there. Jaume not able to cover with the forehand. Been really impressed with CJ's thirds. Been really getting into the kitchen consistently. Oh, wow. Ernie with an Ernie defense with a Collin Ernie and a high five from Ben. Really great anticipation here.
And now it's 4-0. Martinez Vich and Klinger. They've got to get it together here or else lead is just going to be insurmountable. And when Ben starts to kick it into overdrive and smells that blood in the water, he is really tough.
Margin of error is, you know, a foot laterally or, you know, an inch or two high, and he's gonna punish it. But speaking of punishing, CJ Klinger into the running Ernie. Always jealous of the tall lefties on the right-hand side.
That'll certainly put a stop to the run.
Good pull there from CJ, catching Ben a little off guard down the line.
Got to be so fundamentally sound, so on point to just hang with Ben and Collin. Not much margin for error.
Oh! Whoa! Lob retrieval. Just stuck that into the corner of the kitchen. Really clean here from Ben. Kareem skyhook.
If you're on the opposing side, shot like that'll just break your heart.
Jaume did not want to just block that. He rips a counter back. So good at bouncing to his left and right. And that spot has not worked. I think Ben's smiling, saying thank you. Just really not been effective.
See, Collin John's gone to the protective eyewear. Ryan, do you think that is something that is going to continue to catch on with the pros?
100%. I'm part of the glasses gang myself, especially when you're seeing so many balls in rec, in practice and drilling. It's just, you know, with the power of the athletes and the power of the paddles, it's just right now an expectation that something's going to come flying your way. But that said, everybody's on their own journey. I think some of the women use it in mixed against certain opponents. Some folks use them indoors where the ball travels a little bit faster. Everyone's just kind of figuring it out.
6-1 game here in game 2. And Ben Johns just trying to pick Klinger and Martinez Vich apart.
And Drew, we've got an upset brewing in the round of 16. The number 2 seed Matt Wright and James Ignatowicz down 5-9 in the third to Rafa Hewitt and Will Howells.
Oh, wow.
That will be very interesting to follow.
It's a little surprised to see Rafa Hewitt not in Premier in MLP, and sometimes that gives some of these players a little bit of extra motivation on the tour.
For sure. And you may have to do a double take if you see Rafa this weekend. He is, in his own words, kind of leaned down 20, 25 pounds. He is looking fit and agile and really strong.
Collin frustrated at himself there. Still 7-2.
Collin looks at a missed dink like someone at the Masters kind of looking at the divot, you know? How was that a flyer out of the rough?
He is a character. CJ Klinger, pretty good hands that time, but not hands for the paddle, hands for catching.
7-3-1.
Second serve coming up for the Johns. And that upset you just mentioned, give us an update here, Ryan.
Yeah, the 13th seed Rafa Hewitt and Will Howells take game 3 off of Matt Wright and James Ignatowicz. So a pretty big upset here in the round of 16. Matt and James do not even get to the quarters. But Rafa and Will doing some damage on the bonus court cam there.
And Johns with the finish. Ignatowicz, if you've just joined us, electing to play today, had to withdraw yesterday from mixed doubles. We saw him one time here on Humana Championship Court. He was favoring that shoulder a little bit this morning, but seemed to be playing through it. But you could clearly see it was somewhat in his head.
Yeah, a friend courtside said he had taken a medical kind of 2-minute timeout in game 2 of that most recent match. So certainly is not 100% for him. But he will have some time to rest up now that he's out with Matt.
Got to hand it to him, though. Showed some gamesmanship to come out here and give it a shot. And it's been really fun to watch Klinger and Johns across the net from each other. Klinger's going after him. He is not intimidated whatsoever.
Yeah, and it's a real sign of his kind of mental strength and confidence to know that, you know, odds are he's not going to come out on top, you know, all that much, but you're going to go out swinging. Could Collin be more casual about that defense?
You love the body language, don't you?
Yeah.
8-4-2.
Side out one back here by Klinger and Martinez Vich. 4-point differential here in game 2. Klinger and Martinez Vich trying to force a third. And there's Martinez Vich flying through off the poach. Oh, critical service error there.
Yeah, going for your serve, though, a lot more popular in doubles now. Can really give you an advantageous third ball to drive or drop. As long as you're not missing more than like 1 or 2 in a match, it's pretty good. If, you know, if I had the serve of James Ignatovich or even Ben, you know, I'd be employing that every single rally.
Sure. There's Martinez Vich again.
Yeah. His third successful earning. You don't necessarily need to be tall. Don't necessarily need to be too long. Earning is all about anticipation and obviously the footwork. But
8-5-2.
good pressure there from CJ. It's really been CJ pressuring at the kitchen here. Jaume electing not to try to go at Collin with his two-hander like he did in game 1.
Now a little confidence. You can sense it here for Klinger and Martinez Vich. Opening. And there it is.
Ooh, clean Ernie roll from Jaume into the open court. Beautifully done.
6-8-1. Second serve.
Second serve coming up here. CJ Klinger. That lead's been cut to 2. The Johns have been leading the entire way today. How about the defense from Klinger, but just cannot hold up forever.
Amazing resets there off the paddle of Ben and Collin.
8-6-1.
Oh, did that bounce in? Very close.
9-6-1.
Do get the point. It's 9-6 now. Martinez Vich, a 3-time All-American tennis player at Hawaii Pacific.
Ooh, little flick of the wrist there from Jaume, froze Ben and Collin. One of the cleaner kind of winners you can hit in pickleball.
6-9-1.
Another opportunity here. Oh, did he avoid it?
Big man getting out of the way there.
Just barely.
Good pen. Good punch there from Collin. You'll notice that all game long, including the first game, Ben just so comfortable in that backhand dink rally with Jaume. Like, that's the pattern that he's sticking with and has really worked for him.
Ben looks like he kind of wants to take over here. And Collin just waiting there. Knew that was coming.
Drew, to your question about eye protection, you know, it's not necessarily always your fault. Sometimes even the living goat leaves a ball up to get punished.
Point here would tie it for Klinger and Martinez Vich. Able to bag him that time inside out. The Johns brothers 2 points away. It's been a battle here in game 2.
That Ben kind of like backhand step maneuver when he senses that ball is up. It's something he uses in singles to punch back out towards his opponent. Really fun when he whips that out in doubles.
Match point now.
Oh, I don't know how they got away with that, but they do, Drew.
Head to head, just
Well, Vich and Klinger make a dangerous duo. What were you expecting to see coming into this matchup?
Yeah, we just saw Jaume last week in the final, and he was also with a lefty there, so we kind of got a little bit of a preview of what it was going to be like. So you really got to watch out for those double forehands in the middle. Jaume drives well, so just trying to keep the ball on the ground and keep things safe.
Well, Jaume and Sock and several others like to have a little verbal fun on the court. You're notoriously quiet on the court. Does that ever change the match for you when someone else is talking, hyping up the audience, and sort of being fun throughout?
I guess it doesn't change it too much as far as you know, the match goes. I feel pretty much the same no matter what. But somebody like Jaume or Jack are definitely very fun. You know, for them it's just a good time no matter what, and they're gonna play well no matter what, and I enjoy that. So yeah.
Ben, you're cross-dexterous, and Collin, you used a lefty forehand in tennis. How far would you guys get, or what level would you play at if you were both to play lefty?
In the pro draw or like 5-0? We couldn't play pro, but we like to think that we could play 5-0. I don't think that we would win 5-0, but I think we could win some matches there.
Do you think we can get that going? I would love to see that. Any chance of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we experimented with it recently. We played some 5-0s in Austin, and it was really fun. We lost, but it was so much fun. I love playing lefty, so I wouldn't say it's not a possibility. I would like to do that.
Congratulations, guys. You're moving on. Drew, take us away.